Hi guys, just the other Dave here, and we are looking at the original Widowmaker, the Skilsaw Model 77. Now, I'm a big fan of, and I like to pronounce it, Arduino versus Evil on YouTube. This guy does a lot of crazy, zany tool reviews. He teaches you all kinds of skills that you never know you needed to know. Just a funny guy, funny accent, more handsome than I am. But enough about him. He did a review of the modern version of this. Still the Model 77 magnesium. It's got some injection molding, some other changes, and he kind of invited but never delivered a review of the original. So we're gonna find out if this is better, worse, or how it stacks up against the new one. My bench protecting fish paper is not working out so great. It does say, for service, see Tools Electric in the yellow pages. So I'll call up Tools Electric and find out what to do if I'm stuck. Skill Corporation, Chicago, Illinois, made in USA. Some fine products from USA. They get a bad rep for being lazy, but when they do something, they do it all the way. You'll know when the head of the bolt shears off that I've got it. There we go. Now, that begs the question. I've never used this style saw. I've used a much smaller cordless. Why do we have this reverse rotation windmill shuriken kick technique, so when the saw catches on something and kicks back, the Skill Corporation notifies your next of kin? So maybe somebody can explain that to me. It seems like a questionable feature at best. Alright, so this is sharp. We've got a saw blade, we've got just a little round dingus, don't know what it's for. I weighed it just under 20 pounds. I know the guard is definitely stamped. I can tell by the detent. The pattern, the way it's shaped, is not casting. There's no grains that I can see. It all looks to have silver paint over the top of it, which usually is a crappy tool, but it's the original hunk of metal, so you would think better, right? It does have a nice rubber feel to the cord, but unfortunately there's no markings. You know, it's super safe when you can see the fabric coming out of it. However, it looks like it's intact, so I may patch this one up and keep using it. Not gonna find out if it works until after I've had a chance to clean it up, replace whatever's broken, and put it back together. Okay, so well, let's just go around the outside until I figure out how to get into this thing. So, trigger housing. The new one was plastic. This one is attached with no less than 5 fasteners, maybe some more I haven't seen yet. It's really solid, really big, very cold metal. It's got I can see why the new one is so thin here. The trigger guard is fairly small, but it's metal. And this trigger is, wow, okay, so it looks like it's folded sheet metal. And man, does it have a hard pull, strong ka-chunk click. So hopefully the switch is doing that. From the way it kind of buckles, it's got to be a buckling spring. It has a fairly constant tension that increases all of a sudden and then gives way, and it's even soft. You know, it drops off entirely after that. So buckling spring is my guess. It could be like a leaf, you know, it bends, and when it gets flat, it goes the other way, but a buckling spring would maybe be a coil spring that's bent sideways, if you can imagine that. So what else we got? Like I said, we have a stamped base. I've got metal locks for the adjusters. They look to be about the same, if not the exact same part, folded steel. Sorry about that, guys. The camera, she is overheating, so we'll get right back to where we left off. So, no detents on the adjusters. They just open, free slide. So you can see when I was playing with it right when the camera died, I had just folded this one. But, oh, she's stiff. All right. So, no detents on the adjusters. They're identical. This goes up to 45 degrees. If you kind of bend it and force it, it doesn't seem like it really likes to be that far out. Oh, that's nice. The adjuster blocks you from pulling it back in unless you got to get it loose. And I'm sure this would be easier out in the field if I wasn't trying to smash my kitchen counter. Oh, all the original dust, just for authenticity. I'll clean that up as we go. And this one plastic piece makes me kind of wonder what we're going to find out inside, because I noticed that was plastic on the new one. See, looks like a machined brass brush holder. I'll get a better look if I can get inside it. Got some scorch marks. Yeah, some just clean wear. I don't know how long these were originally. It does have a sideways cant, bit of a taper to one end. Which side was wobbling, I'm not sure. I have a feeling, well, I don't know if they have a bearing right here or if it would be further in, but I would say whichever one's further from the bearing is the side that's worn more. So I'd call that that's a reusable brush. Let's get the other one. Well, this was already entirely hand loose here. This is not even in the hole. Just barely. Okay. Oh, there's some rust. Oh, it's a spider. Yep, that used to be a spider. Now he is dust. Yeah, same deal. I got a scorch mark on one side and a taper. Bet you they're symmetrical. Not gonna verify that. That seems like effort.